exodus?
No, I won't contest that America is probably the most generous country in the world, but just to piggyback on the comment about other countries off in the U.S. in time of need, you know, back when Hurricane Katrina hit, the base up in Jacksonville was the international hub for relief efforts, and there's a lot of different countries sending supplies and personnel to move down into Louisiana to help with that effort. And then during 9/11, when we grounded all our airplanes, civilian and military, there are countries in Europe that were sending their airborne radar airplanes from NATO to fly over the U.S. to help facilitate with our coverage of the United States and our coastline. So, a lot of stuff doesn't make the press. They probably don't want to hear about it. They just want to focus on the suffering of the poor people down in Louisiana.
You have noticed that's one of the things the press does is, in addition to trashing America, they also trash our allies. And talk about when we first went to Iraq, when we had, you know, Poland, a lot of the Eastern Bloc countries, and there were some people from, yeah, Honduras and El Salvador, and they never got mentioned at all. It was all unilateral action.
When they had the Gulf War, they had Dutch skimmers that were trying to come over here to help clean up our mess in the Gulf.
You just don't hear about it until
They were denied.
you won't hear about that on CNN.
Back to equal rights and equal things. Some lessons we can take from communism. When the communists seized power in Hungary, the peasants were happy because they came in and they took all the land from all the wealthy people and they divvied it out. So the peasants who had nothing now had land. And they were happy for a little while until the government came back and said, I want 3/4 of that land for government purposes. And then they started screaming about their property rights. We weren't screaming about it when it was taken from the people who rightfully owned it to begin with, because it benefited you. And that's one of the circles that you get into when the government is consistently helping and giving. The people that are receiving don't see where it's coming from. They don't care where it's coming from. They're just getting it. But then, as soon as it starts being taken from them too, because the government can take it from the rich, they can take it from the poor. And as soon as they start doing that, then the poor realize, oh wait, and they get it. And in Hungary, they realized that, you know, when they started protesting, those that protested loudly lost that land, they lost the liberty, and some of them that kept protesting lost their life. And that's where you know, we obviously don't want to get there either. But as we continue to let our government have those powers, and we don't protest against it and say this is wrong, you don't need, you know, I think we can start some of the foreign aid, and, you know, there are all the entitlements, because we need to get the budget in check. Those entitlements, all it is transferring wealth from one person that has it, the haves to the have-nots. And if you take that away from them, if you get rid of those entitlement programs, you actually are forcing those people to succeed on their own. And they will or they won't. They all have the opportunity to do it. They all can if they work hard.